Okay guys, so in today's video, we'll be talking about the column and beam tool. Maybe by the end of the video, we can rush into the slab tool and talk a little about it. But I think I want the slab to be okay. Let's see what we can do. So today we'll be talking about the column and wall and beam tool, and today I decided to merge them together because they don't really have that much detail to know about. So quickly, for the column tool, we all know what is a column. Is the vertical structural member of the building. So by the time you click on the word tool, you will notice that it's on the detail tab, the setting dialog box display, the layers, the geometry, how you want to place them. Let's see how the function this. By the time we click it, many we can just click it once and it has come out. That's what this means. This two clicks means by the time we click it, where you maybe want to slant the beam to this direction or to this direction or to this direction. Let's take it to the upper direction and see. Then by the time we go to the 3D, you can see that is a slant. Okay, that's what it means. If I want to click it and I take it to far, you will see what comes out to be. Okay, you can see. So that is how that tool works. Then let's try this one. Rotate. Okay. This does not have any real significance. So this is where we can pick if we want our column to be a square column or a round column or a H steel column. But let's work with the square column, and this is where we can select the material. Um, by default, we should work with this, except we want to exchange the material to something else, like an aluminum material. But for a concrete, let's work with this. In the floor section, this is where you override the graphics. If you want to change the color from this red, the core lines, the outline, the floor plan and section, the floor plan symbols, and the field also. Let me click on this particular column. Okay, let's work with this one. You can see that this line means the elevation line because of the slanting. So we can see the elevation line. So let's click this one. Let's override some of these. If I change this to black and click on this empty field, you can see is this one that changed to black. This other one is red, but this one automatically changed to black. Let me click it and go back again. You can see the core line. It's the core line that I've changed to black. Okay. If I change it to red, you will see it come back to red. Okay, now it's not red. So if I should override the outline, let's see which one changes next. Okay, you can see that this is the outline, the on the elevation. The same thing if I should view it on elevation. Okay, let me get this my elevation. If I view it on elevation, you now see that it's not black while the others are red. So these are ways you can actually override the materials or the graphic symbols of the column too. The same thing works with the beam. That's why I've meshed them together. Just that one is an horizontal member, the other one is a vertical member. That is just difference. Okay, now this is another key thing again. This is determine if we want to determine the height of the column. You can see it's locked at 2.8. It's because it's linked to the first floor, which is what's supposed to be, and it's also linked to the ground floor. If I should, let me delete these other ones. Okay, this is the only one now. It's linked to the first floor, it's linked to the ground floor. If I should view it on my elevation, okay, it's not actually linked, and okay, it's not linked to the, it's supposed to touch this first floor line. Yes, this first floor, which is one story. Supposed to touch it. Okay, this why it's not touching it is because it's showing minus 200. Alright, but if I change this minus 200 to 0, going to touch it, and that is it. You can equally reduce the height manually on your own to any height you want to use. You can equally reduce it. So that is how you can actually edit the height for the column too. If I should make here maybe 400 to see it will not, yeah, guys. So this is how you can actually, let me take it back to 0. So this is it. Then if we move to the next one, okay, now you can see that it's not showing centimeter, which is the headroom. Then one other thing I can do is to actually change the width, the size of the column. For maybe I want to use 225. This way I can change it to 225. I click on here, automatically it has changed to 225 because it's a square, square column. Let's try this one. Meaning we can change one side maybe to 150. See, okay. If we go to the 3D, you can see that the base is 300, the top is 150, and that is what we change it to, which is this. If we confirm it from this measurement to 225, okay, 225, then maybe we'll confirm it again, 225. So that is it. But let's go back and change it to the normal one where we can have our 225. Okay. So that is it. That is how you can just change the size of the column too. So that is all for and the tag and the classification. They are all there. The ID is all there. So you can equally come to your setting as also and also maybe come to this, click on this under the column, click on this star. You can see different bases there, the concrete, the round, the one with the precast capital is there, the one with this cover is there, external column, generic column, the stick column, the H stick column. You can double click it, then click on OK, and it has changed to the stick column. So if you want to change it back, okay, you can just click on this or you click on the generic column. You can come here, this way you can change the material, this way you can equally change the color under model. This way you can change the color and okay, let's click on this first one. Okay, click on this first one. Okay, so you can see our column now is now yellow under the segment. The floor plan accessory, this is the same overriding parameters, don't need much here. So that is all for the column 2, and by the time, remember this our wall is 150. Let me make use of the measure to confirm it. It's 150. So if I want to place column here on this floor plan, meaning I'm going to change this 300 to 150 while the other one changes, and I can just place it. Okay, let me take it up, display, and bring it, display, bring it forward, but it's not working forward, but it's just there. Let me just place it there. Okay, so that's it for the column. I can just pick pick it and place it somewhere else. Maybe I want the column to be yeah. So that's it. So quickly, if we go to the beam detail, by the time we click it, we can also see the under the information tab. The same things. This remember is this now is an horizontal member. Continue. Why it's showing continuous because it's higher than our session view. So if I should view it on my okay, okay. It's not reading. So this is it here. Okay, this is it. The same way I can change to the steel, the same way I can just equally come and pick on the steel. Okay, no, it did not change. Okay, this one changed. Okay, that means you have to double click it. Still did not change. Okay, that means it's a custom. I have to pick custom. Click on this. Okay, there are different ones here you can actually pick from. By the time I click on this list view, there are a lot you can pick from here. Okay, you can see now I have this beam, H session beam. You can just play the L session beam, uh, the cast concrete beam. There are many of them that is built in the T beam. So that is it. This is currently on the this is currently below. So uh maybe if I want to draw a beam and come to this setting dialog box, maybe I click on the okay, let's pick the generic. Can come to and maybe okay, let's leave it at yellow. Remember one thing about this material, I can equally change it to one of these and then link it to the other ones, meaning both the left side, the top side, the right side, the bottom, and the edges will all change to light gray just by linking it with this. Do I need any hole on them? No. So I can just draw it on this. Okay. I did not actually do a lot of settings just like the way I did on the column. So this is another, let's try this, meaning you can draw multiple directions. Double click. Okay. Okay. This is I can draw box. Okay. This is for circle. Or I can draw my radius. Okay. So the same thing, you can override the material. When you come to this level, you can override the material here by changing the colors, the uncut line, the it's just like that, the hidden lines and other stuff. So what next can I do? Let me go back to my ground floor level. Normally, if I want to draw, we have to define the height, the base height of the beam. I have to define the base height of the beam. Let me say I'm drawing a lintel, and we all know that the base height of a lintel is 2.1 after the door height 2.1. But this time, let's make use of 3 meter, okay? Let's say 3 meter, like a roof beam. Then equally, we can change it, the wall thickness is 150. Okay, no, this is the depth, this is the depth, and this is the thickness of. So this one will be 150, and this can be maybe 200. So can I draw our beam? Okay, no, we shouldn't choose this one. We should just choose this straight one. Can I draw our beam? Okay, let me just end it here. Okay, now you saw that it did not show that thing it usually shows when I double click on the last one to say yes, end it there. It's because I actually set my height, and at the end of the day it was on the right position. The other ones it was usually not on the right position. And this is the beam here. This is the beam here. I can suspend group and you can see it has linked to the other ones. So that is all for the beam too. You can actually change the color. I click on it, change the color, beam, segment. Okay, let's use the yellow this time around. Let's make use of this yellow. By the time you go to your activity, you can see it's there. So if you want to draw the beam like on the little level, you can just, okay, let's draw it on this door. You can just come click, okay, click on the beam tool. Then maybe let's say 2.1 as our base height. And okay, this time around, this is the only way we can choose on the edge. So let's, okay, no, let me pick it from here and drop it, double click. Okay, it's not showing because it's the same color. Let's try and click it out, holding the tab to, okay, let me do something by taking this word down. I'm not so, 2.1 is supposed to show, we'll find out why it did not show. Okay, there's a problem. This is the beam here. Point one is supposed to be, okay, let's drag it up and see why 2.4. But this door is 2.1. So okay, so 2.4 is what is above the window and the door. If we change the color to maybe yellow, let's pick any of this yellow. That's the beam there. That's the beam there. So I can just, so let me do one trick people usually use the beam for, because you can see that you can't actually see it. It's hiding inside the wall. So it's just a total waste of time if you are drawing it. What most people use it for is, let me click on it. Mm, here's the beam tool. Okay, this is the beam tool. Let me make it 2.4 because of the experience we had the last time. Same size, 300 high, then 150 wide. So I can just imagine I need a veranda here, so I can just maybe pick it. Or let me just, okay, follow this grid line and place it here. Double click at the end. So this is what most people use it for. So you can see the beam is there and it's above the window level at 2.4. So I think the 2.1 counts from here, from this particular top. So if I should say 2.1, it will go down 2.1. Okay, let me, you can see it goes down. So that base height is from this below line down, but 2.4 it goes up above the windows and doors. So that's it for the column and beam details. Very easy to use. You can increase the height manually. Case maybe let's try 450, or sorry, 450 to increase the height. Okay, can actually increase the width to maybe 300 or so. So that is just all for the beams and column details. So quickly we can talk about the slab detail, or should we leave that for a different video? But just let's quickly talk about the slab detail. Okay, no, I think let's leave that for another video because I need to explain a lot, yeah. I need to explain a lot, so I will leave that for another video. So please, if you enjoyed this video, just quickly like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.